Alex Pereira's job in middleweight is over for now. The recently deposed UFC champion took no time to let the world know what his immediate future will be like, and announced Wednesday evening that he's upping his weight via YouTube. From an outsider's perspective, it seems like a miracle that the colossal 1.8-meter Pereira managed to hit 185 pounds every time in his 9-game MMA career. Pereira was undefeated under the UFC banner, but lost a rematch to Israel Adesanya for the middleweight title at UFC 287 in Miami last Saturday. "I've done my part at 185 pounds, Poatan said, and it feels wonderful to get up, a change he now calls something natural." Pereira doesn't want the perception that even though he weighs as much as 232 pounds months after his previous fight camps, he still can't compete in the World Championship division. "Many people questioned my weight loss, but I always went there and fulfilled my obligation, but now is great moment to move up in a league," said Pereira, native Portuguese speaker. You see Adesanya's post-match provocations. He treats this win as 3-1 for himself, and it's not quite like that. "I understand joy, or I'm trying to understand. It was his dream to win against me once and he did it, but now what behavior is?" See. Pereira added that he has neither a date nor a rival for his return to light heavyweight. After an outstanding kickboxing career that saw him compete at both 185 and 205 pounds, 35-year-old Pereira dedicated himself entirely to MMA in 2002. Pereira signed with the UFC at 3-1 and made his promotional debut shortly after his coach and his mentor Glover Teixeira took the light heavyweight title. These circumstances, and his history with Adesanya, gave him a good reason to stay in the middleweight where he was already confident he could succeed. Had Pereira retained his title against Adesanya at UFC 287 last weekend, the increase in weight would have been imminent. Unfortunately, martial arts foe Pereira took his first victory in a 4-fighting streak with the second round knockout. Adesanya has celebrated in every way possible so far, and has been extremely vocal, expressing his happiness at being the 2-time UFC middleweight champion, and doing so by beating Pereira. Now that it's 1-1 in the double cage, an MMA rubber match felt like a real possibility, especially considering Adesanya had beaten most of the other top contenders. The former Glory Kickboxing title holder assures that he can turn things around once again with the Last Stylebender, but ultimately he thinks light heavyweight is the next best move right now. "I'm moving up one division right now and it's my decision, but I'm sure if I stay in this division I can fight him right away. Let's see how he will do," said Pereira. "I can lose weight anytime. He's acting this way because Dana White talked about my weight right after the fight, and he seems to."